Winning a championship just takes so many things. You've got to look at every element over the whole season.
For me, it's corner by corner, stage by stage, and if you do that well, the championship sort of comes along your way.
You know, we've put absolutely everything we can into taking the win this weekend and just trying to reward our team for all their hard work.
I would love to just attack flat out, but there's a massive trophy waiting that I hope my name's on at the end of the event.
We've had a bit of an up and down year, but we've had a couple of really strong events off the back of the season. Being so competitive and only 6 rounds, we've really got to make the most of all of them.
Coming into this weekend, we're probably not as close as we'd like to be to the top, but having said that, anything can happen. Coffs is a massively challenging sort of place to rally, and it's always throwing interesting things at us competitors.
Winning the first was huge. It was a relief to say we did it. We're the best driver in Australia and the best team in Australia. And now here I am for my 4th, and there's this whole new pressure of Eli must win because that's what he does.
To win the championship would be a huge honour. You look at the names on that trophy already, and the names we're up competing against at the moment are very competitive and very successful people.
There's been a lot of amazing Australian rally champions over the years, and if you can join them on that illustrious list, then that would be just incredible.
Hello and welcome to the stunning Coffs Coast for the CAMS Australian Rally Championship Showdown. Kennards Rally Australia is where the forest meets the beach, and it doubles as also the final round of the World Rally Championship. This event has tremendous support from Destination New South Wales and is the perfect location to wrap up the 50th year of the ARC. 2018 Kennards Rally Australia is 3 days of competition in the forest surrounding Coffs Harbour. There's 24 special stages totalling 318 kilometres. The longest stage, Welsh's Creek, at over 28 k's. The surface is a mix of gravel and mud with small tarmac sections. And the crews returned to the spectacular Coffs Harbour Jetty on 2 occasions to contest the Destination New South Wales Super Special stage in front of a packed crowd. Leg 1, Stage 1. Ominous grey clouds, appropriate for the drama that lay ahead. First away, championship leader Eli Evans in the MRF Skoda. Next, the Toyota Yaris AP4 of Harry Bates. Steve Glennie, his first event in the Skoda R5. And Molly Taylor in the championship fight at Rally Australia for a 3rd straight year. Taylor and co-driver Malcolm Reed, the first to find trouble.
Into the long 5 right plus tighten. Oh.
Taylor's Subaru WRX struck a hay bale positioned in front of a tree stump. The impact led to a small fire. The J-Sport crew of Justin Hatton and Nathan Long helped extinguish the flames.
We just had to go all out and drive as fast as we could, and that's exactly what we were doing. And we just came really hot over a crest into a fast right-hander, and when the car landed over the jump, just snapped right. Unfortunately, there just wasn't any room.
The drama didn't stop there. A broken radiator for series leader Eli Evans. Out of the day, and the championship battle wide open. Evans not the only driver caught out by the Stage 3 jumps. Lewis Bates damaged an oil line and was also out for the day. Fellow S2000 Corolla driver Wayne Morton was much luckier. Persevering through a broken drive shaft, Harry Bates was quickest for the day, ahead of the Destination New South Wales Super Special stage.
Grateful to be here and having got through it, given that the amount of dramas that everyone else has had. But Eli's not going to give up without a fight, but neither are we.
Yeah, we're pretty stoked. Obviously, we've been out of it for a little while, so to come back and have a potential good result is promising, and we look forward to it. Yeah, look, big day, a massive learning curve, this car. I mean, it's one thing to drive it in testing, but in the race, everything's just happening so quick. I'm pulling the wrong lever and clipping banks and doing things, but got better throughout the day. Starting to feel comfortable, so hopefully we push on from here.
This is the CAMS Australian Rally Championship, the final round, Kennards Hire Rally Australia. For day 2, the crews tackle over 125 kilometres of gruelling forest trails, plus another 2 runs through the Destination New South Wales Super Special Stage. The title fight still very much alive.
Fast left-hander over a crest, and then big jump and another big jump after, and we didn't slow down for the second one, and the rear end flew in the air and it nosed the front end of the ground and did a substantial amount of damage. Now we must be in front of Harry and John, basically, if we want to win the championship, so that's what I'll try to do.
The championship battle was now down to 3 drivers. Eli Evans' points gap to Harry Bates was reduced on the opening day. Steve Glennie also edged closer. The MRF Skoda quickest in the day's opening stage. Harry Bates needed to beat Eli Evans on both days to win the title. It was time to attack.
Slight right 60, long flat left on crest.
That massive jump certainly caught John McCarthy's attention. Behind the championship tussle, trouble for Justin Hatton.
Very loose coming down here, but we were giving it a good shot, I can tell you. But that's it. I think I'm going to go to the pub for the rest of this event. It's just not my event, you know what I mean?
More morning trouble, this time Steve Glennie. The result, a broken wheel and over a minute lost. Remarkably, Eli Evans had a similar issue. Harry Bates' title hopes were suddenly looking very good ahead of the midday service.
You did well there, man.
We just need to get as many points as we can this weekend to have any hope of the national title, and it looks like today we're on track to get the full points again. So, like I said, it's all about keeping our noses clean.
If we can continue to stay in second today, championship's still open and we still got to have a big crack tomorrow again, and once again top 2 finish tomorrow, and we should be able to seal the deal.
Having an absolute blast. There's lots of fist bumps going on and cheering inside the car mid stages. We're not interested in getting an outright position. We're just really interested in winning the ARC2, and that's what we plan on doing.
Driving a rally car, there's no better feeling really. It's you're in a closed forest. There's people out there with smiling faces at the start of the stages telling you good luck and drive as fast as you can, and that's what you get to do. There's no other sport like it. It was always great to be there and watch Simon develop as a driver, and I always wanted to grow up and be like my big brother. The first rally car I drove was a Subaru Impreza. So what we did is we changed the WRX into a non-turbo version. It was really, really slow. It was painful to drive. I learnt a lot and I crashed a lot. After 12 rallies, I passed my Ps as such, and I was able to compete in a turbocharged car, and that's where I got the real taste of what it was like to win and then strive towards the Australian Rally Championship. The first two were back when we raced with Honda, and they were pretty special. We had factory backing, and in those 2 years we won every single event. So 2 very fond championships and 12 rallies in a row that we won. And then we moved into a Citroen, which was basically a more privately entered championship, and managed to finish on top again. My rallying is very family based with my parents and with my team, and I hope to continue that over the next few years, is, you know, keep my family involved and keep the guys who have helped me to get to where I am involved in what I do.
Kennards Hire Rally Australia also doubles as the final round of ARC2. The winner-takes-all finale was designed to encourage state-level competitors to step up to the national scene. Leading ARC2 standings midway through the rally, Andrew Penny and Reece Llewellyn. Harry Bates was on target to secure maximum points.
Turn 3 right minus over crest. 50.
Sadly, the Toyota Yaris AP4 struck problems.
Flat crest. You're kidding.
A mechanical issue ended their rally and their title hopes.
We unfortunately lost power. Not sure what's happened yet, but yeah, it is completely disappointing. We felt like we put up a really, really good fight this weekend and did absolutely everything we could. It's one of those things, it's part of the sport. You have to take it and move on.
This promoted Steve Glennie to the overall rally lead. Luke Anea up to second, remarkably in just his 3rd gravel rally. And young duo Wayne Morton and Kira Penny to 3rd. Championship battle at the end of day 2, now down to 2.
Today's a lot faster and sort of grippier than yesterday, so it's a completely different day. There's not as many yumps and bumps which caught us out yesterday. So look, we had a pretty good run. I think a top 2 or top 3 tomorrow in the heat will be enough. So fingers crossed. There's a lot of clouds looming already, and there's a lot of clay in tomorrow's stages, so they're going to be challenging, especially for rains.
Everyone's having dramas. All 4 of us having dramas each day, so it's up. I think it's up in the air. I think Eli still might have a slight edge if he finishes tomorrow, but I think we're leading the round overall, so it's going to be pretty tight. Brand new car for me. Never driven one of these before. Never driven left-hand drive, so swapping over, finding good balance, and we're on the pace now, so it's good. I better go. Cheers, guys.
ARC Heroes celebrates 50 incredible years of the CAMS Australian Rally Championship. And today we turn our focus to the true heroes of the sport, the drivers. Aussie motor racing legend Harry Firth won the very first ARC title back in 1968. He then set up the Holden dealer team, won another 3 championships with Colin Bond behind the wheel. Fierce rivalries spawned throughout the 70s and 80s, with Ford's Greg Carr taking on Nissan drivers George Fury and flamboyant West Aussie Ross Duncan, and all of them winning multiple championships. Through to the 90s, and the rivalry there was between iconic Toyota star Neil Bates and legendary Subaru driver Possum Bourne. Possum holding the record for 7 Australian rally championships. The modern day ARC, it's sibling rivalry between Simon and Eli Evans, with Eli Evans hoping to join his brother as a 4-time Australian rally champion. The rain arrived for the final day of the rally. If Eli Evans could just stay on the road, he would be the champion. Simple strategy made instantly more complex due to the treacherous, slippery roads. Eli Evans won the day's opening 2 stages. Steve Glennie kept the pressure on. Behind them, the mix of ARC2, Classic and 2-wheel drive competitors slipped their way through the forest. For Ben and Kathy Hayes, their goal was crowd entertainment. The only big casualty from the morning stages, Wayne Moulton, who was third overall. He and Kira Penny both okay, but the hopes of a Rally Australia podium were dashed.
We went a little bit wide on a corner and hit a stump, and then it pushed us down the hill, and unfortunately we were basically stuck.
Today I wanted to just put the arm on the window and just cruise through, but it's too wet, so I have to shut it and keep my wits about me out there. Even the top drivers are having issues with some of the greasy sections, so I'm just taking it really easy today.
I think really, unless Eli has an issue or something, we don't really have a chance there. So, you know, we can try and keep the pressure on, but I think, you know, he's obviously measuring what he's got to do, and yeah, we'll just keep what we can do and get to the end.
Yeah, it's been pretty crazy out there. There's a lot of slippery sections and changing conditions, so you know, it's hard to know when to go and when to back off, but so far we've been finding the balance, and Johnny's been doing a good job on the notes, so yeah, it's looking pretty good at the moment.
The final stages of the 2018 CAMS Australian Rally Championship. Eli Evans poised for a 4th ARC title.
Caution left 4 on crest, camber, tricky. Right 8 line, 120. Crest, 100.
The rough conditions took a toll and produced some surprise results. 5th place and 1st in 2-wheel drive, Lindsay Collins and Brad Dawson. 4th place, a great result for Peter Dunn. Andrew Penny drove brilliantly to collect not just his first ARC podium, but also the ARC2 crown. In 2nd, Luke Kinnear and John Mitchell, a great drive in their Subaru WRX. 1st overall, Steve Glennie and Andy Sarandis. They kept the pressure on Eli Evans all weekend. But Evans didn't slip under the pressure. He prevailed through the tricky conditions to win the championship. Podium celebrations, a great way to wrap up an exciting season. Steve Glennie's first ARC win in 12 years, and the first podium for both Luke Kinnear and Andrew Penny.
Yeah, look, a crazy event, wasn't it? So many ups and downs for all the teams. But look, just huge thanks to Craig Brooks, our excitable leader, who's giving us this opportunity. The Subaru was fantastic all year, difficult round in SA, and he puts us in this magic little beast, the R5 car, so it's been fantastic.
Oh, it was hectic. I don't know if that's normal, but that was some crazy stuff out there. We were sliding around, and sometimes you just had 0 traction, and then the next minute you had 100% traction. So, yeah, it was just the craziest thing ever. So stressful, but here we are, so pretty happy.
It's been a fantastic weekend. It's something we've been looking forward to actually achieving. We've been doing this together for 20 years, and we've eventually made it.
The final points for 2018. Eli Evans joins his brother Simon as a 4-time Australian Rally champion. Steve Glennie drove superbly all season, 2nd, a remarkable result. Harry Bates and Molly Taylor in the hunt all the way to the final round. Congratulations to Eli Evans and Ben Searcy. Thanks to Destination New South Wales for their support of Kennards Hire Rally Australia. The 50th year of the CAMS Australian Rally Championship has been very special. Next year's going to be great once again, so be sure to keep an eye out for all the latest news across the off-season on both the website and the Facebook page. Thanks for your company here on the Coffs Coast and throughout 2018. We'll see you next year.
From last year, I think we've got a stiffer competition again this year, and that's what we want. As competitors, we want to race against the best in Australia and beat the best in Australia.
It's the CAMS Australian Rally Championship, a forest symphony that's one part nature 1 part danger.